Yeah, no, you're correct. We were our first thing we ever recorded was in '88, and I don't remember what the fuck we sampled, but it was like somebody's instrumental. I absolutely do not remember what it was. It might have been an old NWA instrumental. I don't remember, but because that's all we had back then. We're fucking kids, and so we didn't know how to make beats and shit, and so we used instrumentals and did our own little samples and scratches and mixes and shit, and then we finally got around to being able to produce our own shit and go to a real studio. But I mean, when we started, when we actually went to a real studio, it was reel-to-reel tape machines, So we went from that to everything is digital now. It's so easy to do. But, I've been doing it for a long time, 88, fucking kids, man. I was, 13 years old or some shit. I don't know how old I was. I was a fucking kid. Because, like I said, like Duke and Dyno, they're older than me. But, yeah, we were doing it since then. Grew up 80s kids, influenced by all the OGs, fucking Too Short, Ice-T, Eazy-E, all that old shit, I mean, we remember going to this record store in Eastmont Mall called Tees Wauzi in Oakland, and they had, 12-inch records, like actual vinyl records we used to buy of, like, Mac Dre. He had I think it was 89 when his came out. It was Too Hard for the Fucking Radio. And we had that 12-inch and Young Black Brother and, all that shit, like E40, all that, you know what I mean? So we're doing this since then. And it does come natural because we've been doing it for so long. So it wasn't hard to record for this album. The beats came and you just kind of feel it. You hear one of the homeboys' verses. And you're like, oh, shit, okay, I got to get on this. And you just do it. And, I don't think we've been away long enough to where it feels awkward. I felt fine. I felt like I had never stopped recording, you know what I mean? It was natural as hell to me. So, some people, I run into some people who try to do music or who have never done music and they can't even keep a beat, you know what I mean? And I always trip off that. Like, it comes so easy to me that maybe I take that for granted and I feel like, man, any monkey can rap. Like, this shit's easy as fuck. But I guess not, like, I don't know what to say. It's just some people can do it and some can't. I don't know. Not to sound like a braggadocious motherfucker, because I'm not. I'm just saying it just comes very easy to us.
You're right. You're 100% right, man. Some people they either got it or they don't. And you guys, what I'm saying, you definitely got it. You've been doing your thing for years and put out so many, dozens and dozens of projects. Now, when you first recorded in the studio, you said 88, were you Darkroom Familia at that point, or did the name come later?
No, the name came later. Me and Duke had a group called Temporary Insanity. And the first thing we were dropped was like a little cassette single. So it was a cassette, had like an A side and a B side, had like 4 songs on it. I think 2 songs on each side. That's how we started doing that little black and white shrink wrap with a fucking hairdryer, little Xerox copy cover. And so we were doing that for a while into the 90s. Into 93 and 94, we were still Temporary Insanity. We had full-length albums out and EPs and stuff. We were selling thousands. We were going around replenishing the stores ourselves to the point where the stores would just buy them from us when we first started. They would consign, and then after a month or whatever, we'd come back and they say, "Shit, we'll buy it. We'll take fucking 30 of them. I'll take 50 of them." And we would just sell them. So it was cool as shit. It worked out for us, and we ended up hooking up with this distributor in Oakland called The Music People. Also / In a Minute Records. They put out like Old Master P shit and El Manor Posse, Cougnut and them, like a lot of people used to put out on their stuff. RBL Posse. And so they were one of our distributors. We started through them and City Hall Records as well. And so we had sold thousands as Temporary Insanity. And then we were doing shows. We would do anywhere, little clubs, car shows, wherever. And that's how we met Dyno. Dyno was doing his thing in the Valley. And, he actually, after a while, he had quit rapping because it just, I guess the money really wasn't there. It wasn't that huge doing these shows. So he had quit rapping, and then we decided to go out there. Duke got the idea. Let's go talk to Homeboy, man. Let's go. We met him through. We met him at the shows, but like we weren't like super close. We just ran into each other at the shows all the time. We go, "Oh, what's up, Homeboy?" Just kind of. He'd do a show, we do a show. We kind of worked for the same promoter sometimes. that's how we knew each other. But we ended up having a mutual friend from Hayward, this homeboy from A Street that we know, that also knew Dyno, because that homeboy lived in Tracy for a minute, which he's out in the valley, like 45 minutes from us or whatever. So through him, he's like, hey, oh shit, I know where he lives. Oh shit, oh yeah, well let's go kick it with him. He's all right. So we had our homeboy navigate the way to Tracy, knocked on his door, and Dyno answered the door with his baby daughter in his hand. He's like, oh, what's up? What are you guys doing here? And we asked him, could we talk for a minute? He said, yeah. Came in and we just kind of laid it out for him. This plan we had, we wanted to kind of combine fans because nobody had ever really done that where, at all, really, especially in our area. We had a lot of the Bay Area was loving us, and he had his fans in the valley, and we said, we need to hook it up and sew it up for Northern Cali because nobody's helping us. Nobody's doing shit out here but us. So, Duke had a plan to do, this group, this crew of fools from everywhere, and that's how it was born. And the name Darkroom was because the studio that we built was it was like in this big wooden shed, and we built the mic booth and the mic stand and all this shit. We were by the time we ended up finishing, we had no money for lights or anything. It was just a fucking shed. We had to go in there with, extension cords and shit with lights. So we just called it the Darkroom Studios, and that came Darkroom Familia. Yeah. Actually, from that came Darkroom Family, and then from Darkroom Family, we turned to Darkroom Familia.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, like, comment, share. Also, go over to ugsforlife.com, download the entire archive, and check out new episodes on Apple Podcasts and Blog Talk Radio.